Welcome everybody, it's Ram Shepherd here from King David's Tomb, KingDavidKabbalah.com, and we are in our series of Reincarnation 101. We spoke about the story of the Zohar Vayechi, about Rabbi Yitzchak that was about to leave this world, and he had a revelation of his soul and the father that passed away before him, that his father is greeting him for his connection with Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, and tells him how precious is that value, that it gets to the point that because he's connected with Rabbi Shimon in this world, so then he will have the merit to be with him in the eternity of the future to come, world of truth, of the souls. And it even says that he will be the one that is part of the meal that they will do in honor of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai when he will come to the heavens. Obviously, talking about spiritual concept of a meal, as always. It's all spiritual concepts. But anyhow, the end of that story of the Zohar is that Rabbi Yitzchak, from that day, he was very concerned to take the hand of his son and bring him to the Torah, to teach him Torah in the days that he have left in this world, that he understood that that was a crucial point for him, that because he didn't get to do that, it became to be certain decree on him, and the fact that he accepted upon himself to engage stronger in being more involved in the learning of his child, so then he had longer life. And I'm continuing in the Zohar Vayechi 218b, and the Zohar is telling us about the day of the person that is about to leave this world. And the Zohar is explaining that there is 4 sides of the world that correspond to the foundation of a human being that we're going to discuss today with the help of Hashem. And in that day that is about to leave this world, those foundations becomes to be full of judgments upon him. And that awakening of judgments that comes from the 4 sides of the person basically is all being. The 4 foundations are actually as if fighting one against the other. There's a fight between them. And each one wants to separate himself from the others and to go back to its root. And there is a declaration that comes from the heavens of the angel Gabriel, and that announcement is heard in 270 worlds, that if that person is worthy, all of the worlds will be happy and greet him when he comes. And if this person is not worthy, God forbid, what's going to be with this person, with his portion in the world to come. And we learn that that announcement comes from the angel Gabriel, is coming in a form of flame, of fire from the north. We know that the north in the Kabbalah is hinting for the side of the Gvura, of the judgment. And this is the reason that the fire and the message of Gabriel, that is also Gvura, is coming from the north. And it goes into Nahar Dinur. Nahar Dinur, the Dinur river, is a spiritual river, a spiritual concept of flow of abundance of judgments. And it's brought down that the wicked people are getting burned from the fire of this river, but for the righteous people, it is pleasure to dip in this river, because they are in such a high level that they can bear the judgment of Hashem. And this river that is in a way burning the souls of the wicked people, there is a flame from this world that comes into this world to do the judgment of this world. For example, when a person needs to leave this world, death is judgment, and that is a certain function, a certain extension of this judgment that comes from the upper worlds. It's brought down in the Zohar that this flame of fire that comes, this is as if pressing against the wings of the black rooster. What does it mean? In the rooster, that they call him Sichvi. This is the bracha that we say, Anoten LaSichvi bina lavchin ben yom ben laila. Every day, we should say it at midnight according to the Kabbalah. And the reason is because of this flame of fire that is awakening that rooster, that we can call him the ambassador of those judgments of the upper world. He is representing those judgments when he's yelling, when the rooster is yelling after midnight. That is the manifestation of that flame of fire that comes to this world. And it says that this rooster is banging with his wings and is yelling in the opening of the gates. And what does he say when he's yelling? The Zohar says that the first thing he says is the pasuk, Hine hayom ba bo'er katanur. The day of the oven is coming, he says. What does it mean, the day of the oven? The day of the judgment, the day that is burning like oven, the judgments are manifesting in this world. This is also in the future of each individual, and also in the future of the whole world, the whole creation. It comes to a point of a judgment. The second time that rooster is yelling, he says, the creator of the mountains and the wind that can tell a person what he was speaking about. That the sages are telling us that every word that we have said in this world, Hashem will remind it to us in future to come, when we come in front of Him for that judgment. And in that time that the person is in front of the heavenly court, that they are looking in his deeds and the words that he was saying, the thoughts he was thinking while he was in this world, that is the day of judgment of that person. And then the last call of the rooster is when there is souls that needs to leave the world, and then the rooster is saying, Mi lo yiraecha melech hagoyim ki lecha ya'ata. That for sure Hashem, He is the only king. He is the king of the whole world, the whole creation, and he is the only one that is worthy to be called a king, because he's king forever. And all of that article that we just read now is something that we should have in our consciousness every day. And this is the reason that I just made the connection between all of what we spoke and the bracha of Anoten L'Sichvi Bina, that like that rooster that we have in this world that can see the difference of those two kinds of judgment, the beginning of the night and the end of the night. In the beginning of the night, the judgment is getting stronger and it comes to its peak, to its strongest point at midnight. And then after midnight, even though it is very dark, but slowly there is a process of sweetening the judgments when we are coming closer to the morning. And for us, it is very important to remember that even though many times we feel ourselves in very deep judgment, very deep darkness, and we don't understand what's going on and why things are happening, we have to remind ourselves, we have to strengthen ourselves that it's all good, it's all coming from Hashem, it's all for the purpose of us connecting with Hashem in a higher level. And this is the reason of all of the judgments that are within the system of the creation. So Bezrat Hashem, Hashem will give us the strength to remember that and live by that every day of our life, to prepare ourselves for that final judgment in the last day of our life and what will happen afterwards, as we are reading here in the Zohar, and with the help of Hashem, we will continue next week. In the meantime, I'm sending my blessings to you all. Hashem will help you and protect you and guide you in the best way that you will feel His presence in your life, every moment of your life, Bezrat Hashem. And I have to ask again, please come visit our website, kingdavidkabbalah.com. Help us by buying the different products. This is what is supporting the project and give us the ability to continue to create all of this content and sharing with you these secrets and wisdom of the Kabbalah. Many blessings. Thank you very much for listening. Shabbat Shalom V'Vorach.